We are affected with the way that a man has his orgasms and the way that his penis responds and the way he responds when he's in our mouth and in our vagina.
So how would a woman know if a man is in love with her vagina?
She'll know he's in love with her vagina because he won't be able to get enough of it. And see, that's one problem too, that women don't realize when they hung up on the penis, is that because he's in love with your vagina does not mean that he's in love with you. That's a separate issue. Men are a lot of times, now I'm not talking about the bad ones, but even the ones that are good men still are in love with having orgasm and have a great sex. But a lot of men are so hooked on the feeling and the experience that they get when they're in a certain woman's vagina that he is detached from her as a being, as a human being.
Oh, let's just focus on that.
Yeah, because he's so locked into that. A lot of men are really at that low level, and that's why we have to recognize it. But a lot of us get so caught up on the dick, and we get so hung up in penis power and what it means to us, what it represents to us, that we can't see him or see where he is. And we get locked into a groove, a rhythm. Because when you start having sex with somebody, there is a certain rhythm, and you start to recognize their body, their movements, the way they shift. And when the energy flows differently, you can tell because the sex experience is different. His movements, his body function, the feeling, that you can't really describe it, but you can sense when that man has shifted, when his mind, his emotions has moved in another direction, when he's had sex with another woman, or when he's been with another man. And most of the time men lie. Men deny and say, you just being paranoid, I don't know what you're going through. But a woman can tell. But a lot of times if the woman is so hooked on the penis and the experience that she gets from being with that man, she's not going to be able to pull away and free herself. She's going to dig herself into a deeper hole. Because this one woman was telling me, she said she was having sex with this man and she was sitting on top of him riding. And she said she had gotten into a groove, so, she might have gripped his head, or she might have put her hands on his shoulders, or locked them around the back of his neck, so she made sure it was just like a horse. She had that saddle, and she had the rope, so she couldn't let go. And as she got into that groove, she's sitting on him, she rocking, and she rolling in her rhythm, and she had just forgotten where she was. She got into a deep state of euphoria, because she said the dick was good. But it's the only problem, though. She said the dick was so good that as she started rocking, she just got into it, and all of a sudden, she said something just hit her. Bam! All upside his head. Just slapped him. Dick will make you slap somebody. So y'all need to remember that. That's why I'm trying to deal with the fact.
Wait a minute. Now you telling me a story, and then you switch it on me and say the woman in ecstasy and turn around and slap somebody.
She slapped him upside the head. And I said, why did you slap? She said, I couldn't help it. She just
now, you know your audience. Okay, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, you finish your story. I want to hear why she slapped him.
I told you, she said she just got into this groove. She found her rhythm. See, that's what women don't realize. That's one reason why we get caught. Because the penis is a very powerful organ. It's a very deep, spiritual, sexual,
make you slap somebody.
Heat-seeking missile. It's just like a rocket, see. And inside of every rocket, there's information encoded in it for it to do what it do. So the penis already knows its position. It already knows the orders that it has. So there's a mental, spiritual, emotional, physical, and sexual level of information locked inside of a man's penis. And women also have the same divisions in our vagina canal. So because we don't know who we are, we don't know our greatness, we don't know the spirituality in sex, we don't know the power of the vagina. A lot of times we'll run up on a penis that has all of this power in it, and the man may not know what he has or exactly what it does, but he just knows he has a certain effect on women sexually, and they become addicted or become emotionally attached and they don't want to let go. So he inserts that penis with all that information in it, that rocket, that missile, launch it up in the vaginal canal, and when that woman's energy, because remember everything is energy first, her energy of her vagina locks into the energy of the penis, and then as she relaxes and she breathes and really starts to sit on that penis and rock and move, start to rotate and find her rhythm, or go up and down, back and forth, or around in a circle and rotate. See, she starts getting her groove back, see. She starts to adjust her hips and shift. And the more she gets deep into the experience, she taps into the spiritual essence of her vagina. And it's locking into the spiritual essence of that man's penis. And she loses all of her inhibitions on a conscious level. So spiritually, she is in his mind, he's in hers. They have become one on that spiritual sexual level. So she starts to find the groove, and the parts of his penis start hitting the parts of her vagina walls, harmonizing them, making them sing. And so she feel like she's in church jumping and shouting because that man hitting them walls like she needed him to hit them walls. And she said it was so good. And she relaxed. And she said at one instant it was feeling so good to her. The thought crossed her mind that he might let somebody else have a little sample of that. She said it's just the feeling of being caught up in the pleasure and then thinking about, wait a minute, he might do this right here. She said she just slapped him. So I'm just saying sometimes we have to be aware of that because dick will make you slap somebody in the face. Dick will make you lose control. Dick will make you pull a gun and shoot somebody in the damn face. See, you got to be careful. That's why, because a lot of us have really gone overboard with this. I told you.